Good afternoon, Talking After Dark fans. It's been a while since we've communicated. I have been extremely busy just doing a whole lot of things, but here I am with another topic for you to ponder on and give some thought and attention to. And hopefully, the conversation will be such that it will afford you some necessary or needed information for you to consider in your daily task of trying to find Mr. or Mrs. Right. So why don't we entitle this topic, Ready or Not? So from a ready perspective, I would think that when you say you're ready for love and you're looking for love and all systems are go towards you finding that right candidate to spend some quality time with and get to know. So my question to you is, what is ready for you? Does ready means that you have dissolved all of feelings and all involvement with your previous relationship? Have you completely separated yourself from the idea that a relationship between the two of you will exist in another realm? Or perhaps you guys are no longer together, but your heart and your mind are still there. That's not ready. You're not ready yet. You are still in a holding pattern, so to say. You are still in might even still be in love. But at some point, you're not ready to give all of you to somebody who might be ready to give all of themselves to you. So with that being said, I would think that you're not ready. That it's a no-go. Sometimes we're under the notion that the sooner we get someone under us, the sooner we can get over the last relationship. That's not always true. It might be good from a physical perspective because you allow yourself to be intimate or romantically inclined, or you allow yourself to develop feelings and building them on top of current feelings, or you allow yourself to fill voided spaces. That's a dangerous game. The reason why it's a dangerous game is because you're playing with somebody's emotion. You're playing with somebody's feelings. That's not always a good thing because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna win. So just so perhaps for you that this person that we're talking about happens to be the right candidate for you. It has all of the bells and the whistles or whatever it is that you say you want, but yet you are not ready. You are still in somewhat of this holding pattern. That could be somewhat troublesome in regards to the fact that you're probably going to lose out on an opportunity to establish a committed relationship with someone that you're not completely ready for. You could even be to the point that there's still soul ties that exist within you that you have not released yourself from. Those ties are the ties that bind, because wherever you spend your energy, wherever you spend your time, wherever you spend your thought processes, wherever your emotions are, that's where you are. You can play around with somebody else. You can pretend to be with somebody else. You can pretend to be intimate with somebody else, and it could be great. The love can be great. The feelings can be great, but they're going to be short-lived. And the reason why they're going to be short-lived is because you are not completely over that last relationship. It still lives within you. So you might want to check what ready really means when you say that you are ready to move on, that you are ready for your next challenge or your next trial. It sounds good. It might even look good on paper, but in theory, it's not a good thing at all, because you're going to destroy two people, yourself included. So I would tell you to take your time when you end one relationship before you walk into the other one. Make sure that you have completely healed from the effects of that previous relationship, that you have put your thought processes, your emotions, your soul ties, and all those things in right perspective, that you are giving yourself an equal opportunity to be able to appreciate your next challenge. And this challenge may be just the one that God prescribed just for you. This medicine of sorts can be just yours, that only you can take it. But it's only going to work if you enter it or take the medicine as prescribed. So I will tell you that, before you really move on, make sure you have moved out and you moved into no location. And when you've moved out, make sure you have taken those things that are important to you, like your emotions, like your feelings, like your love, like your connectivity, your romantic inclinations, and all those things that you're going to need to move on. So in that regard, I would say that you are not ready. Because you want that person that you're seeking or that you're spending that time with to be ready for you. And don't you think it's a bit unfair for them to be ready for you and you're not ready for them? So make sure that you're being honest with yourself, you're being honest with that other person, and you're giving them ample opportunity to make a right and a good decision and the best decision for them and for their lives. As we continue to get older and older each day, as we continue to think about what's really important, I think we have to give some consideration to not just what's important to us, not just where we are, but really what we're doing to that other person. Some of us fight long and hard to build and establish a right relationship. And after trial and error of some relationships, they become draining, they become exhausting, they become just full of negativity, full of the things that are not going to be healthy for you in any way. So in order for there to be a healthy living and a healthy lifestyle, the medication has to be on point. It has to be about the right thing. It has to be entered into in the right form and fashion. That conversation that you should be having with this significant other or this person, it should be an open-ended and an honest conversation about where you are, about where you've been, where you are, and where you project to see the two of you in recent time. So before putting yourself through that and put someone else into that, let's consider the fact of somebody else's feelings, somebody else's emotions, somebody else's commitment. Let's make sure we're not just thinking about ourselves, but we have given much consideration to the other person. So you're not ready. Definitely not ready. All of us, if we give some time and consideration to our past experiences and some of the relationships that we've been, you really know when you're ready. But more importantly, you know when you're not ready. And sometimes we just want to move on. We tired of being alone. We're tired of going to movies by ourselves. We're tired of going to eat by ourselves. We just don't want to do those things by ourselves. So we bring somebody else into the fold to spend that time to fill those voided places. If that's what you're going to do, I'm not going to completely say that's a foul. It may not be. But the only thing that keeps you from being a foul and the ref throwing a flag on that is that you have been honest and upfront with this person, that you have established the reality of what this looks like. You could just completely tell this person, say, listen, I'm not ready. I don't want to create anything. I don't want to give any titles to anything. I just want to go out. I just want to have fun. I just want to have a date or dating situations, but I'm not looking for anything real. You do you, I do me. When we get together, we get together. When we don't, we don't, and we understand. So you may have to have that conversation so that a person know that there's no chance and opportunity for commitment or regulations or anything. So you don't need a regulatory committee to govern what you're doing, because you have already established the foundation by which this relationship is going to exist. So listen, consider this conversation, pass it on, think about it, give some thought to it, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let me hear your comments. Take care.